blank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief, rockin' Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. And welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show. The Knicks at Night podcast. Salute, salute, salute. Well, it's another Saturday night. What's good, everybody? Yo, I know y'all want to review and talk about the Milwaukee Bucks game from the other night. I don't have a major takeaway from that game. I think the Bucks are Dripmore is in the building. Hit him up. What's good? Yeah, hit him up. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's how we do it, bro. Them life references. All right, Tendril, what's good, man? I see you. HRM is in the building. Salute. So there were a few things in that game. There were a few things in that game, and then there were a few things I want to kind of throw away. But there are a few things I'd like to discuss with y'all about what the rest of the season looks like. Right? And how, despite how negative the fan base gets at times, we may be in a good place. So I told IKBM Dre, and I think I told Todd Barbie, I think I may have told a couple other people earlier, there's some things I want to put on wax. One of the things I want to put on wax early is I believe the 2025 NBA Finals are going to be the Houston Rockets and the New York Knicks. That's what I believe. Y'all heard me. And no, I don't work for the Knicks. And yes, I am very critical of the Knicks, right? Like, I'm not working on a secret relationship with the Knicks, so I have to speak with you guys a certain way in order to foster a relationship with the Knicks. Nah, that's not this type of party. What this is a fan on the internet chopping it up with other fans on the internet. That's what this is. Right? That's what this is. Right? This is a fan's channel, like a fan of the team, a fan for like 50 years probably of being a Knicks fan. And I'm talking about and knowing it. I'm not talking about just rooting for whoever root for. I'm talking about acknowledging that this is my team. Right. So I tried to lay this out to IKBM Dre, right? And when I was trying to lay it out, I realized that I need to have this be visual, right? I need for this to be visual. So I'm gonna have this be a little visual for us. A little bit visual. Little teeny bit. Let me see. Let me grab my trusty spreadsheet and create a new one. And so what I'm gonna do is outline for the hoop heads. I'm gonna outline how we get there. This thing looks crazy already. So what do y'all think needs to happen in order for the Knicks to win a championship? Be honest. Be honest. Like, what would it take for the Knicks to win a championship? What do y'all say? Andios is in the building. Sherwin is in the building. Salute. What would it take for the Knicks to win a championship? Like, keep it a stack with me. Right? Don't shoot me the gas, man. Be real. What do y'all feel like it'll take for the Knicks to win the championship? Mike, damn, we getting straight to the cut. Damn. I did ask, right? I asked, and that's what I get. %, healthy, full squad. Boston and Cleveland need to lose in front. Yeah, okay. Get rid of Tibbs. We already have the championship. Right? I got you. I got you. So let me do this. I'm just gonna dim this a little bit so it won't be blinding you when you look at it. And then do this. So I think I agree with half of what Fred Wong says, right? I agree with about half of it. I'm torn with Tibbs, though. I'm like, dog, the whole world can't be wrong. With Tom Thibodeau, it's as simple as this with me and Tibbs. The whole world can't be wrong. How can you be that stubborn against the whole world? Everybody from everywhere is saying certain things about Tibbs, and he's like, we can't listen to the outside noise. Bruh, these people are smart. It's not like random people are saying stuff. These people are smart. Yo, you can't just be like, we can't listen to the outside noise. We got to stick together. And really what stick together means is you got to do what I say to do. That's what that really means. Right? Yo, Alon Wise is in the building. Salute. What I'm going to say is I'll put it on the screen. I'll share it with everyone. I'm going to share the spreadsheet that I just created because I'm going to list some stuff. I don't want to get too graphic-y, but I'm going to list just a few things. It's a Saturday night, and I didn't really want to get too deep into stuff because old school Knicks will be coming your way in a few hours. And so what I did want to do is chop it up with everybody, right? The first thing that I think the Knicks need to do in order, or the first thing I think needs to happen is this. The Knicks need to play the Bucks in the first round of the playoffs. And the second thing I think that needs to happen is Detroit and Indiana need to play each other in the first round. Right? That's step one for me. Right? That's step one for me. Can y'all see that? Is that too small? TGK in the building, salute. TGK, I got to get you to come down here to the beach, bro. I saw when you was playing golf at the other day, bro. Nah, I can't have my done. Nah, I can't have my done doing that, bro. TGK, you gonna mess around and break clubs over there, bro. I gotta have you come down here to the beach. Yeah, and as a matter of fact, TGK, I was just before I got on, I was looking at some Mizuno irons and stuff, bro. Yep. So here is where I am. I want to make this bigger. So I'm going to try to make this bigger so we can see it. So I'm just going to increase the font a little bit. And so if it looks a little ugly at everybody, I apologize. But the most important thing is for you to see it. So the most important thing for us is the Knicks need to play the Bucks in the first round of the playoffs, right? And the second thing, and probably the second most important thing, is Detroit and Indiana need to play each other in the first round, right? Because in my mind, I think Detroit can beat Indiana. I don't think Indiana can beat Cleveland. Right? I don't think Indiana can beat Cleveland. What I need to see in order for the Knicks to be the 2025 champs, what I need to see is the Knicks get Milwaukee and get Milwaukee out of the playoffs in 5 games and rest. That's absolutely what I need. The key to the Knicks being the NBA champs is rest. Not a ton of it, not get rusty, right? But this season has been a grind for the Knicks. So get to the playoffs, don't play with your food, and get rest. And what we need, alternatively, is for Detroit and Indiana to play each other. We need that series to go 7 games. Right? We need that series to go 7 games. Right now, the standings are, if the season ended today, if the playoffs started today, Dang, the Yankees hit 9 home runs in one game? That's crazy. The Yankees hit 9 home runs in one game. That's crazy. Any Yankee fans in here? Miguel P is in the building. Salute. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing this, everybody, and then I'm going to share this. I want you to look at this. This is very important. Look at the layout of this, everybody. Look at the layout of what I'm showing you. Look at the layout of what I'm showing you, right? Regardless what happens with Atlanta, Chicago, Miami, they're not beating Cleveland, right? Boston and Orlando is not going, that's not going anywhere, right? Orlando's not beating Boston. Now, here's the thing, and I think someone put it in the chat, and this will be interesting, right? Atlanta and Orlando are tied. If you're a Knicks fan, you would rather see this. You'd rather see Cleveland versus Orlando, and you'd rather see Atlanta versus Boston. And there are a number of reasons for this, right? There are a number of reasons for this, right? And here's the thing. The reason why I bring this up is because I'm going to speak to the things that the Knicks can control. But in a playoffs scenario, there are some things that you cannot control, right? What happens in the other brackets are things you can't control. I'm going to speak to the things that are in our control, right? I'm going to speak to those, but I'm going to speak to some of the things that are not in our control, right? One of the things that we'd like to see is Atlanta versus Boston, because styles make fights, right? Now, I'm not saying Atlanta is going to beat Boston, right? That's not what I'm saying. What I think is Atlanta will exert Boston, right? I think Atlanta will lose to Boston in 4 games, but I think Atlanta has the makings of a team that can frustrate the Celtics, right? They have a defender that legit can guard Tatum and Brown, right? So Boston's going to sweep them, right? But I think Atlanta can legit test the Boston Celtics. Ty Barbie in the building, salute. That plays in our favor. That plays into our favor. A ragged Boston team versus a rested Knicks team. There are some other things I'm going to mention too that need to happen in order for the Knicks to become the 2025 NBA champs. There are a few things, right? There are probably 20 things that'll happen, but I want to focus on the 6 or 7 that directly impact the Knicks. That directly impact the Knicks. Nick Yak is in the building. Salute. Nick Yak asks, is Tatum playing in the first series? I don't know how bad he's hurt, and I don't know how rusty he'll be upon his return. I don't know that yet. We probably won't know that for another week. About a week, we'll know. Yeah, and so in about a week, we'll know. Hotline Bling is in the building. Salute. Hey, where's Knicks will be 2025, 25 and 26 champs? Somebody get Knicks will be champs. Somebody get him in here so we can talk. I don't think the Hawks can beat the Celtics even without Tatum. I don't think, honestly, I think the Celtics without Tatum and Brown can still beat the Hawks. And I know that sounds disrespectful. I don't mean it to be. It's just what I believe. I don't think the Hawks can generate enough offense to beat the Boston Celtics. And I know that sounds disrespectful to Hawks fans, but this is a Knicks fans channel. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hit him up. They combined for what, 74 points the other night? Tatum and Brown combined for like 74 the other night, right? So here's the thing, right? So I'm talking about the matchups, right? Once we get to the second round, my preference for the second round of the Eastern Conference, for the Eastern Conference is this, everybody. My preference would be Detroit at Cleveland, Knicks at Celtics. That's my preference. Sherwin says Orlando and Detroit both match up with Boston. Yeah. See, that's good information. The only thing is, in order for Detroit to get Boston, they'd have to finish in the 6th seed to play us and then beat us to get Boston. So we want Detroit and Orlando on the other side. The only teams we want to focus on are Milwaukee and Boston. B. Willis is in the building. Salute. Hey, Miguel P., I feel you. The league wants Boston and the Lakers. Yep. But this year, they're going to get the Knicks and the Houston Rockets. This year, they're going to get the Knicks and the Houston Rockets. And I'm going to speak to why, right? But I want to clarify. I want to put some guardrails up, right? I don't want this to sound like pie in the sky. This is well thought out, right? This is strategic. This is something I actually analyzed these things. Like if such and such happens, the Knicks can get to the finals. Right? Hey, Sherwin, I feel you. I feel you, right? But these two teams don't have to play each other to the conference finals. These two teams won't have to play each other into the conference finals, right? And by that time, OKC is not guaranteed to be there. They're good, but you know, as an NBA fan, that no team is guaranteed anything in the NBA. You got to work for everything, earn everything. Ribs is in the building. Salute my guy Ribs. You have to work for everything in the NBA. Nothing is given to an NBA team, man. You got to earn everything. I feel you, though. I feel you. Smart money. Yep. Smart money is, yeah. Oh, shoot. Let me do that. I saw it. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah. Right. No one team is going to be given anything unless it's the Lakers. The Lakers are giving everything, right? And if things go the way that I think they'll go, 1, 4, 2, 3. What I'm looking at now is I don't think OKC is guaranteed to beat the Lakers. I don't think they're guaranteed to beat the Lakers. I don't think OKC is guaranteed anything. I don't think the Cleveland Cavaliers are guaranteed anything, to be honest with you. But now that we're here in this spot where the remaining teams in the East are so now that we're here, I'm going to put this on the screen because I want everybody to focus on this, right? Want us to focus on this. Let's see. There we are. So let me do this. I should probably, I do so much time thinking about what I'm going to say to y'all that I generally don't do the graphic stuff no more. I'll get back to that at some point, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'll get back to slides and all that stuff. But I don't want to just talk to y'all about BS, right? I want to talk to y'all about real basketball, man. I don't want to just say random stuff like, man, we got to fire Tibbs, man. Cat is soft, man. I don't want to just talk about that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about legitimate stuff. I'm going to do something real quick. And I want you guys to see what it is that I see. And I'm not trying to sway you, right? I'm not trying to sway you, right? What I'd like to do is at least have you understand why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's add some color. We'll add some color to this also. What color does Cleveland wear? Cleveland wears yellow, right? Boston wears green. Okay. Boston wears green. And the Knicks wear 6 colors, right? The Knicks wear silver, black, white, orange, blue, right? That's what the Knicks wear, right? The Knicks wear blue, orange, white, silver, black. Right? You know what? Let's just go with, let's go here with our real orange. Let's go with a Knicks orange. All right. So this is what I want everybody to focus on, right? Like the tenor of the conversation is this. This is what I want y'all to see. The bracket. The bracket is what I want y'all to see. Something I have something sticky over here, man. It's driving me crazy. Oh, there it goes. This is what I wanted y'all to focus on, man. I don't care anything about Orlando or Indiana or playing teams. Milwaukee, I don't care anything about any of those teams, right? Right? This is what we should be. This is what I want you to follow me with. Right? So here's the thing. I want to ask the chat. How realistic is it? How realistic is it that Detroit can beat Cleveland? How realistic is it that Detroit can beat Cleveland? Is it realistic that the Detroit Pistons can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers? Right. So here's the thing. I see a few people very realistic. Detroit can beat Cleveland. Detroit in 7. Right. Yo, in chat, I'm talking to y'all, man. I'm talking to y'all. How realistic is it that the Pistons can beat the Cleveland Cavaliers? So I'm gonna do this based on what y'all are telling me, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give Cleveland if I can do this right. I'm going to give Cleveland a 65% chance to beat, you know what? Let me do this. Let me unlock these cells. I'm going to give Cleveland a 65% chance to beat Detroit. Right? And I'm basing that based on y'all's opinion. I'm basing that on y'all's opinion and what I know about how young teams perform in the playoffs. Basically, that means Cleveland will beat Detroit in a series 6.5 times out of 10. And now, with that said, what makes this Detroit and Cleveland series so close? Why won't Cleveland just go in that series and wipe the floor with them? what gives Cleveland, I mean, what gives Detroit such a chance to beat Cleveland? Why is there even a chance? Why is this number not 85%? Why is that number not 90%? Y'all tell me, why is this number not 90? Why is this number not 90%? Y'all see Nick Yak's question. Is Cleveland a proven playoff team? Or do they have a new coach and we're just excited about a new thing? This series legitimately is between two teams that have new coaches and both have something to prove. And even though I'm not a Cavaliers fan nor a Pistons fan, being interested in this series is super important to a Knicks fan. Right? And y'all know why. So here's the thing. Here's the thing I'm going to point out in this exercise, right? And this is honestly what I believe, right? This is what I believe, right? I think this number here should be 50%. I think this thing right here should look like this. Oh, geez, I forgot. Y'all. I forgot the fancy software, all that stuff. I believe that number it should look like this. That's my belief. And it has nothing to do with records or uniforms or personnel or any of that stuff. My belief is, I don't know why my skin is so oily, man. My belief is the Detroit Pistons have something that's built for the playoffs, but not the regular season. Right? The Detroit Pistons have something that's built for what their roster is built for the playoffs and not the regular season. And no, I'm not talking about Tim Hardaway Jr. And no, I'm not talking about Tobias Harris. What I'm saying is Dennis Schroeder is a quality veteran backup point guard. Cade Cunningham is a top 10 point guard in the NBA, right? I think the difference is when you put that Thompson boy on Mitchell or Garland, I think it's going to neutralize all of that. that the Thompson twin, y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, and don't forget, don't act like chat, don't act like y'all didn't watch basketball. That you know that Thompson twin is legitimately a lockdown defender. And they don't just have one guy like that. The rookie that they have, the Holland kid that's coming into his own, I'm not saying he's a difference maker. What I'm saying is he adds something to the equation. Like Ron Holland is not the equation, but he adds something to the equation. The Thompson twin is the equation. He's the X factor, is like what people like to call it. You couple Cade Cunningham's playmaking and clutch gene with Dennis Schroeder's defense and veteran whatever. And if Detroit can get some rebounding from somewhere, and I'm talking about in a playoff series, I'm not talking about in the NBA where one night you play the Wizards, one night you play the Knicks. I'm talking about in this playoff series, if they can neutralize Cleveland on the perimeter with great perimeter defense, and if they can find at least one double-digit rebounder in their rotation, I don't know who it is. I don't care, right? I don't care about certain stuff. Like I don't care about Beef Stew's rim protection. I don't care about Jalen Duren's rim protection, pick and roll defense. I don't care. You know why? Because Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen are not diming people up and getting buckets. Evan Mobley is good, and he's on the verge of being great. Jarrett Allen is the classic Tyson Chandler-like rim runner. But in a 7-game series where you have to win 4 out of 7, can Cleveland flex a dominant presence on the boards against Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren? And what I think is some nights they will be able to, and some nights they won't. Right? Some nights they'll be able to flex that dominance, and some nights they won't. And for a team with the best record in the NBA, you basically have the best record in the NBA by playing mostly different teams every night. Mostly. And I'm not saying that it's easy to do. I'm saying that the team with the best record in the NBA doesn't always win the championship. Nick Yak said, what did Nick Yak say? He says, you're saying Cleveland and Boston wins first round. Yep. Detroit beats Pacers. Yep. We beat Milwaukee. Yep. Only way to get Detroit and Cleveland second round, man. Yep. But that's on their side. Detroit will be going to Cleveland. That's what, if things happen in that order that Nick Yak just said, I think there is a road for the Knicks to be your 2025 NBA champs. Is what I'm saying. And listen, I know this might sound out there or esoteric. I know y'all probably wanted me to come in here and talk about Josh Hart or fire Tibbs. And I apologize. I'm not talking about the same old stuff. I'm not letting the conversation go always. The conversation always starts one place and always wind up back at, well, if Tom Thibodeau don't let you, we ain't doing that. No. We ain't doing that. No, we ain't doing that. No matter how we want to start the conversation and have it be an intellectual chop up where everybody in the chat has their say be heard, and we can have a genuine conversation incorporating everybody's opinions. Somebody always drags it back to, well, if Tom Thibodeau don't blow his nose, man, what's the point? I mean, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't doing that. Not tonight. Not tonight. I see you in Indiana. Indiana has been playing good basketball, man, these last 2 months. But you know what, though? I want to see Tyrese Halliburton initiate that offense guarded by Asar Thompson. See how that look. I want to see Miles Turner in the paint trying to rebound against Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart. I want to see Indiana come out lackadaisical and just go on a 30-2 run against Detroit's defense. I don't see how that looked. The game started at 7:30. Tyrese Halliburton don't start playing until 8:15. He's like, I'll start playing around 8:15. I want to see how that works in a 7-game playoff series when you're guarded by Asar Thompson. I want to see how that works. I got a thing on my PC, everybody. What do you call it? Security thingy, threat, whatever thing on the computer. So y'all bear with me, man. If we're talking about basketball and not reputation, right? If we're talking about matchup, if we're talking about matchups and not uniforms, then I'm picking Detroit over Indiana. And I'm saying that the Cleveland series is a coin toss. Fritz Alcindor is in the building. Salute. So I'm going to add this back here, right? I'm going to share this again because I want you to look at it and tell me what you think. Am I crazy for thinking the Detroit series is a coin toss? Now, here is where things get extra crazy. Here is where things get extra crazy. I think this series here between the Knicks and Boston I think it's the same thing. In my personal opinion, I think both second round series are a toss-up. What I've been seeing, and listen, I already know what you want to, I already know what y'all want to say to me, right? I can hear the clackety clack of the keyboard right now. Uncle Freezie, crazy, you a homer. Yeah, maybe so. I do know basketball, though. I know y'all to say Uncle Freezie's a homer. All that. Man, you a homer, man. You got the Knicks and the Celtics to toss up. Yep. Chat, y'all tell me what the Knicks will have to do in order to win a series against Boston. Tell me what the Knicks will have to do, right? Tell me what the Knicks will have to do in order to beat Boston, right? Don't tell me what they can do in the summer. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear like the pie in the sky shit. I don't want to hear it. Tell me what the Knicks can do in order to beat Boston. Keep it a stack. Y'all keep it real with me. Hey, Nick Yak, you on to something. And I don't know if you saw it, but I think you're gonna be shocked by what you hear next. Jay Mars in the building. Salute. So the key to the Knicks beating Boston in a 7-game series, in my opinion, the keys to the Knicks beating the Celtics in a 7-game series are Mitchell Robinson and Tyler Kolek. And I already know what most of y'all want to say. Oh, man, I thought you was going to say fire Tibbs. Oh, man, I thought you was going to say play the kids. No. The key. Hold on. Fritz Alcindor says, I think that means Tibbs. Tibbs ready to put Kolek back on the. Bro. That must be out of the content creator handbook. Like, legit, if you don't have an answer, just blame Tibbs. Yo, I don't have an answer. It's Tibbs' fault. Now, I get it. You got to hold Tibbs accountable, right? You got to hold Tibbs accountable. The key to beating the Boston Celtics, everybody, Mitchell Robinson and Tyler Kolek. Right? right? The key is Mitchell Robinson and Tyler Kolek. Both these guys offer Boston something that they struggle with, right? We know here lately that Boston has been struggling guarding small guards because Derek White can't guard everybody, and Drew Holiday is not the same Drew Holiday that he's always been. Nicky, I feel you. Nah. Yo, check this out, bro. Nick Yak, stay with me, bro. You gotta stay with me. All roads don't lead back to Tom Thibodeau being Tom Thibodeau from 5 years ago. At some point, all the basketball that you've watched all year has to have shown you something. If you watched the Knicks play 70 plus games and all you've gotten from 70 plus games of NBA basketball is, well, Tibbs is not going to adjust. Well, you may as well call it quits. You may as well not even watch while Tom Thibodeau was here. You may as well watch Daredevil reruns or something. If you watched 70 games and all you have is that Tom Thibodeau won't adjust, you may as well just go ahead and do something else. If you watch 70 games and it's 70 plus games, and in the 70 plus games that you watched, all you have is Tom Thibodeau won't adjust. Chat, and I'm saying this to the chat, and I know people are gonna get mad. Oh, Uncle Freezie, man, he be so spiteful. Nah, bro, this is the truth. If you watch 70 plus games and your only takeaway is that Tom Thibodeau won't adjust, I don't know if I can trust your opinion. That's all you have. Smitty, think about what I'm saying, right? Think about this. Of all the opinions out here in Knicks universe, you watch 70 plus games this year, and all you have is Tom Thibodeau won't adjust. I'm talking to the chat. I'm talking to the chat, right? And Miguel P gonna be mad. Like, man, what you talking about, man? I watched 400 games. Tibbs is stuck. Nah. What we've been seeing, what I've been seeing, and y'all have been watching these games too. I know y'all have. I know y'all have, because y'all be trying to hold me accountable. Y'all be like, hey, Uncle Freezie, you watched the game? I heard you missed a game in 2022. You can't be a content creator and you missed a game in 2022. I know. Coach B in the building. Oh, Miguel P. No. Miguel P. No, bro. No. Oh, Fritz, I ain't even see you down there, bro. I ain't even off. Salute, Fritz. What's happening?
Hey, what's up, Uncle Freezie?
I'm chilling, bro. The chat has watched. You know what? It's probably what people have watched 70 plus games, and they're telling me the only thing they saw in 70 plus games is that Tom Thibodeau won't adjust. And what I'm saying is, maybe people don't know basketball like they think they do. What you thinking? You thinking the Knicks have a chance to beat Boston or no?
Yeah, there's always a chance. Yeah, I think there's always a chance. I think with Boston, we always got to outscore them. I don't think we're gonna hold Boston to 100 points, like 105. I think it would have to be like high scoring games for us to win.
Why?
Yeah, we don't shoot enough threes. And basically you're asking the Boston shoots it at such a volume that basically the Knicks would have to shoot well, get to the free throw line. Like a lot would have to go right. Because we're trading threes for twos.
I must say this. I think a lot will have to go wrong in order for us not to beat Boston. And I'm not speculating, bro. I'm talking about stuff on the floor, right? I'm not talking about Tibbs has to have a lobster roll at 4:00 in order for the Knicks. Nah, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about like just stuff on the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not looking at the two losses and saying, hey, it's gonna happen again. Like, I think that they're gonna play a style that's gonna make it tough for us. Like
this is a new style.
No, but intentionally. Like there's the Knicks are teams like we're gonna do our thing. And I think Boston has a coach who's like, yo, we're gonna intentionally play this way because it's gonna make it difficult for the Knicks.
Okay.
Because I think Knicks kind of have a mentality. Oh, as long as we're doing our own thing, it doesn't matter what the other team's doing.
Yo. Hey, Smitty, I'm getting ready to get to this right now. I'm going to get to this right now. I think it's going to take a lot of stuff to go wrong in order for the Knicks to lose to Boston. Right? The first thing is now that Mitchell Robinson is back, not only does Mitchell Robinson increase the rotation, but he's impactful on offense and defense. And I know there are a lot of Mitch haters out there. I don't care if you're in the Mitch hive or if you're in the Mitch hate. I don't care, right? I don't care nothing about that, right? I don't care nothing about that. What I care about is Mitchell Robinson having an impact on that Boston series. Now, with that said, if we are to beat Boston, Mitchell Robinson has to stop horizontal screening at the top of the key and vertical screen at the top of the key, right? And I know people are gonna ask, like, what do you mean? What do you mean, man? Mitch, man, bro, don't screen side to side and then have to turn your body and go to the rim, right? Just screen with your body already turned to the rim, and then that way you can catch the ball in the paint and either. And is there a Knicks fan? Is there a Mitchell Robinson fan in here? I just need one Mitchell Robinson fan to talk to right now. Is there a Mitch supporter in here? I just need one Mitch supporter in here. If you support Mitch, at least a thumbs up or something.
I'm decent. I'm a decent Mitch supporter. Decent.
I'm talking about diehard. Like if Mitch get traded, something gonna happen.
Nah, I ain't gonna speak up. Nah.
Okay. So the thing is with Mitchell Robinson that he's shown since he's been back, and this eludes a lot of conversations, right? This eludes a lot of conversations. Mitchell Robinson, right, is getting the ball in the paint, looking for his shot, and when it's not there, Mitchell Robinson is passing out to the corners on time and on target for others to get great open looks. Now, I understand that might seem like something small. Like, oh man, all he did, that's basketball stuff. Nah, that's not just basketball stuff. That means that dude legitimately looks for a shot and looks for others to incorporate them in the offense. Now, the thing that's messed up with this is that he is unselfish, but others are not. Others are not unselfish with their offense. They go for theirs. And I'm not knocking Cameron Payne for going for his, but he does. When Cameron Payne is on the floor, Cameron Payne is looking for his shot. We all know this. I'm not knocking Cam. I like Cam. Mitchell Robinson, especially against Boston, is an X factor. And I think Boston knows this. Right? I don't think Al Horford can root Mitchell Robinson out of the paint. I don't think Porzingis can root Mitchell Robinson out of the paint. I don't think the other center that they have, the 6'7" guy, I don't think he can root Mitchell Robinson out of the paint. There are X factors in this series. There are X factors in this series all over the place. I get exhausted. To be honest with you, I'm mentally fatigued thinking about all the ways that the Knicks can lose this series. I already think the series is won against Boston. Here's another reason why, and I'm gonna get back to Mitch, but here's another reason why I think the Knicks are gonna destroy Boston. Yeah, I noticed my word usage there, right? In the first game of the season, the first time we played Boston, they were getting their rings and stuff. Cat had been with the team for what, 3.5 weeks? Cat had been with the team 3.5 weeks, and in that game, Mitchell Robinson was out and Precious Achiuwa were out. Our backup center was Jumpman. Jumpman! Anybody remember Jumpman? the second time we played Boston, Cat was hurt with finger, knee, and something else, and he shouldn't have played. Right? He was doubtful for the game, and he played anyway and looked like he was hurt. The Saturday night ABC game. Y'all know it. Y'all were there. I did a show after that first loss of the season. Y'all were like, man, our bench, such and such. Yep. Now our bench is replenished from that. Here's the thing. Here's another thing I want to ask y'all. If Karl Anthony Towns has his three going, and it has been going, if Cat's three is going in a Boston series, which Boston Celtics center is going to guard Cat on the perimeter? What Boston big is going to stop Cat from taking them off the dribble? Name that person.
The only thing I would probably push back, there hasn't been a focus on Cat making the three.
I didn't hear. I think you were breaking up. Say that again.
My only pushback would be that there hasn't been a focus on Cat shooting the three.
When?
Not since the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Like in the beginning of the year, he was getting up. He was trying to put up like 7 a game. Now, if he gets to it, he gets to it. Like only time
that man, but you know he's shooting a career high from 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there hasn't been a focus. Like it would be something new if he focused on threes in a series.
Right. You know why there hasn't been a focus on him being a jump shooter, right?
No.
You know.
I mean, some people say his finger.
Now you shoot me the gas, bro. Now I think you just telling me a story, bro.
Are you talking about the finger?
No, I ain't talking about the finger. Everybody has fingers, bro. I got 10 of them. That don't make me a rich NBA player.
His injury to his finger.
No.
Okay.
Chat, y'all tell me why y'all think Cat is not shooting. Y'all tell me why Cat is basically a career 5.3 3-pointers per game, and this year he's a career this year he's 4.9 threes per game. Y'all tell me. Chat, can y'all tell me? I mean, I'll tell y'all if y'all want to know. The truth is that Karl Anthony Towns has put emphasis on driving the ball to the rim. And if you watch 70 plus games and have not noticed Cat is driving the ball to the rim, I don't know what to tell you. If you hadn't noticed, Karl Anthony Towns is, oh my God. If you ain't heard that 4 times a game, then now I'm thinking you don't watch Knicks basketball.
He has been driving, but you're saying he's gonna focus on threes.
Are you trying to argue with me on something? Are you trying to
argue?
I'm just asking because if you want to beef, we can beef. But
no, I'm just asking because I'm asking, is he's gonna change his MO for the Boston series? I'm asking if that's what you're saying. He's going to change.
I don't want to answer. I don't want to answer no question like that, bro. To be honest, I mean, because what it seems like you lead me to is Tom Thibodeau, and I ain't want to talk about Tom Thibodeau, bro. Because I was legit talking about Cat. Like, why would I talk about Tibbs?
I'm not talking.
Are you saying? Are you? Because it feels like you're leading me to this. Yo, we can't do nothing because Tibbs is here conversation.
No, but I'm just saying it's not a focus.
What's not a
focus?
But
I mean, it's not a focus for him. Like,
what's not a focus? I'm trying to follow.
I mean, making sure he shoots like a good amount of threes per game. I haven't seen it been a focus in a while. Are you saying because it's the Boston Celtics, is that he's going to do that?
Nope. What I'm saying is I watch the Knicks play every night, and I see Cat drive to the rim. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I watch the Knicks every night. I see Karl Anthony Towns driving the ball to the rim. I see him go get murked at the rim with no foul call. I hear that man say, "Oh my God," every night, at least 3 or 4 times. I see Cat every night sliding up under the stanchion every night. I see it. There is no conjecture. There's like no magic trick. I'm not trying to, put some gravy on it or nothing like that. I'm telling you what we see every night.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, have y'all not seen Karl Anthony Towns drive the ball to the rim more than any Knicks center that you've seen in recent times?
Absolutely.
Have y'all not seen Cat drive the ball to the rim? Right? And the thing is, you can't be in two places. You can't be driving the ball to the rim and shooting the 3 at the same time. And so I'm not trying to be tricky with the talk or be like slick with the talk or nothing like that. I'm just saying, I'm just shooting it to everybody straight. If you watch the games every night, Cat is going to drive that ball to the rim. He's going to take it to the rim. And one of the reasons why he does that is because Mikal Bridges is not going to drive to the rim. Josh Hart is rarely going to drive the ball to the rim. Right? So who else is there to do it?
Yep.
These are the things we see every night. Like I ain't trying to shoot nobody to gas. This is what we see. Right? Who on Boston is going to stop Karl Anthony Towns from driving to the rim? Luke Cornett? Al Horford? Kristaps Porzingis? If he's healthy? This is for the chat too, by the way. Chat, tell me you have not heard Karl Anthony Towns at least 2 or 3 times a game. Oh my God, that's a foul. Have y'all not heard that? Because listen, we rock on playback TV. Fritz Alcindor is there with us sometimes too. Y'all can come rock on playback TV with us. Watch the game with us. So I put the question out there. The chat still not, and maybe my question is whack. I asked the question, who on the Celtics is going to guard Cat on the perimeter? I asked, nobody's answering the question, and I think there is no answer because there is no answer. I asked the question. I didn't get an answer because there is no answer. Right? Brendan Williams said Drew Holiday. Sure. Okay. All right. All right. D Bucket says Drew Holiday. All right. Okay, we'll see. Yeah. You saw Drew Holiday guard him on that Saturday night where Cat had the bulky knee and he shouldn't even have played, but he played anyway. We'll see. The Celtics don't have a big man that can guard Cat. One of the things that we have to remember is Cat was the all-star starter at center for a reason. And then you couple him with Mitchell Robinson, and now, excuse me, and now you have the offensive 7-footer and the defensive 7-footer together. One of the other things I want to point out to everyone too, because I think we get caught up in I think what happens is with so much content out here, I think Knicks fans get caught up in so many different conversations that I think we forget about talking ball. I think we talk about politics. One of the things that I think we should notice is since Jalen Brunson's injury, Mikal Bridges has an uptake in points and assists. Anybody notice that Mikal Bridges in Jalen Brunson's absence has an uptick in points and assists? Anyone notice in Jalen Brunson's absence, OG Anunoby has an uptick in points and shots? What we are as fans, what we get force-fed, pause, is like narratives and politics, bro. Watch the game. What's the game telling you? The game is telling you that Mikal Bridges can handle a heavy workload on offense when his defense is not the priority. And what I mean by that is on nights that Mikal Bridges is the primary point of attack defender, you're going to get inconsistent offense. On nights when Deuce McBride is on the floor with Mikal Bridges, you're going to get a heavy dose of Mikal Bridges offense. And so what this prepares us for is not for us to go to Boston and lay down, because a lot of Knicks fans look, y'all. I don't know. I'm not gonna call no names, but a lot of Knicks fans want us to go to Boston, lay down, so we can fire the coach and then trade for a superstar. I talked to people on the phone today. That's what they're telling me. I spoke with like 9 Knicks fans today. They're like, man, you crazy, Uncle Freezie. We ain't beating the Celtics. We're going to lose to the Celtics, and then we're going to trade for Giannis, and then next year we're going to bring in Coach X, and we're gonna win a championship next year because our championship window start next year. Because this year wasn't even supposed to be our championship window. And to all of that, I'm gonna say, you have no idea how life works. You have no idea how basketball works. You have no idea or lost to how organization works. You don't look bad in order to look better. Like, you don't look bad in order to look more appealing. If it's time for you to scale it all the way back, maybe your veterans have aged out, then you can scale it back and start all over. But if your team is a consistent second round team and your players are, for the most part, not even 30, you don't scale it all the way back and start thinking about an impossible trade for an impossible player gutting your roster. It's not how these things work. If the Knicks go out and put forth their best effort against Boston and lose, we can have that conversation when that happens. But to tell Knicks fans, hey, we have no shot. Y'all just going through the motions. When Boston smack us up, I'm going to be the first person to say, I told you so. Makes other Knicks fans think, like, why are you even here? Smitty, listen. Listen to me. Listen. I got you, dog. I got you. What I'm saying to you is, trust, I got you. Could the team look better? Yes. Could Tom Thibodeau try new stuff? Yes. But here's my question for you. Have you not seen improvement in Knicks players recently? If the answer to that is no, then I don't know who I'm talking to. If we're legit out here saying that Mikal Bridges has not looked better in the last 3 weeks, I don't know who we're talking to. If we're saying Cat hasn't looked better in the last 3 weeks, I don't know who we're talking to. If we're out here saying OG does not look better, has not looked better in the past 3 weeks, I don't even know why we're having a conversation. If we're saying the Knicks defense doesn't look better with Mitchell Robinson being back, I don't even know. Listen, what are we doing out here? Fritz, you feel the same, or you got a different thing? You got a
No, we look. Yeah, Mikal looked like what we expected going into the season. OG looks closer to where he was earlier in the season. Hopefully, we can put it all together, but we won't see it all together for too long.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I think what happened. I don't know if you're in this hive or not, but what I will say is there are a bunch of Knicks fans that have been so disgusted and how we lost and when we lost this year that they're just exasperated. They're just like throw their hands up, like there's nothing more I need to see out of Tom Thibodeau. His ass got to go. There are some fans that are just like that.
He's made his bed. And it's not even about. It's not even about those specific losses. It's the lack of change, the lack of improvement.
From who?
Tips.
The lack of improvement from Tom Thibodeau.
No, it's just those hot button issues. Yeah,
Like which
there's
ones? Which hot button issues you referring to?
hot button issues, in game adjustments, playing time.
I mean,
I
just give us an example, like an example. Just tell of an example of what you're talking about.
Still uses Josh Hart the same way. Like, I think he has a certain way he want to play, and that's it. I mean, we you have shown that he has made some game to game adjustments, but some of the in-game adjustments have been a little slow. I thought he would change the way he uses Josh Hart. He hasn't. I don't even think it's the most effective way he's using Josh Hart.
So how's he using Josh Hart though?
I think he thinks Josh Hart is the super skilled player. I think he uses them as a point guard. Like, I just really don't like it. I really, when I see it, I don't like it. The amount that he uses Josh Hart to distribute, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Like what though? Like what is it about what Josh Hart is doing? Like what is it specifically? So
if you give Josh Hart the ball and he's in transition and he's like looking to like create the fast break, get to the rim, I'm all for it. But when you're having Josh Hart walk the ball up and be the point forward, I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Sound like you nitpicking, bro.
Maybe
it sounds like you just tired of Tibbs being here. You just want to just want to clear house.
I am. It's just like, I think it just doesn't work. So I'm like, why do you keep doing it? It doesn't work.
And you know who was here before Josh Hart? Evan Fournier. How'd you like Evan Fournier?
Oh, we didn't really play Evan Fournier.
No, not we. I'm talking about you. Like, how did you like Evan Fournier? How did you like Evan Fournier?
He was a shooter. It was a shooter.
I'm saying, how'd you like him though? I know what he was.
Yeah, decent shooter, but not. Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is you don't like Evan Fournier.
He didn't fit his overall. Yeah, he was a tough fit.
What about what Fritz think though? Like, did you like Evan Fournier?
No, I think he was a good teammate. He was a good teammate, good vet, but defensively, he was just too much of a liability.
Right. Who else was here before Josh? Oh, how'd you like Cam Reddish?
Wasn't consistent enough.
You didn't like him?
Wasn't consistent enough.
You didn't like him?
What do you mean?
I'm asking you if you liked him or not. Just if you liked him, that's all. I'm not digging deep into that. It's like, did you like Cam Reddish?
Okay player. Yeah, not polished enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. My thing my thing with Josh Hart is it's all things on a Josh to Josh basis. With me, I like Josh Hart, but I understand there are Josh to Josh moments that Josh will Josh it up, or Josh will pick everything up and save us.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I know that there are going to be moments that Josh is going to Josh everything up, and I know it's Josh being Josh. I know it's good Josh and bad Josh. I know it's Josh giveth and Josh taketh away. I understand that. I understand he's a flawed player. Right?
I'm
but
okay
he's
with
an effort. But hold on first. Let me finish my thing. I got you. I promise. I'm gonna just say this thing, and I promise I'll move out of the way. The thing about Josh is he is so wildly random that every time you see him, or every time I see him, I don't know if he's gonna dunk on a crowd of people or jump in the air and throw the ball to Tracy Morgan for no reason. That's what but with me knowing this, I can deal with it.
I don't know. Like Josh came up big last year in the playoffs, and I think he consistently did certain things that made it work. And I think Tibbs bought into that, and maybe bought in a little bit too much. Because I think when they put the ball in Josh Hart's hands, it's almost as if they think Josh Hart is just, I don't know. I think what made Josh Hart great was the effort he put. But you got to use it smartly. You can't just think, oh, he's just going to make something happen. No, Josh Hart was great because he pushed a fast break. But don't have him try to be point guard. Like, I think they just trust him a little too much. I don't think he's a good distributor, but I think in transition, he could make a soft transition into a real fast break. And that was the beauty of his play, but they turned it into he could walk the ball up and then he tried to find people. That's a little bit too much for me. Now you're just wasting time. You're just that wasn't what made him great. Because having him walk the ball up is just pointless to me.
So who should bring the ball up then? Just in the alternate universe.
Someone else. It should be Jalen or Mikal. It should be Jalen or Mikal. It should not be Hart unless he's pushing the fast break. If I'm giving Hart the ball, I want you to drive till they stop you. If they stop you, give it to someone who can who can distribute, because at that point your job's over. It's not for you to have you try to play point guard.
Interesting.
Because I just don't think he's effective at that point. Like, if he's walking the ball up, he's not effective. You're just running. For me, like, when I see him walk the ball up, he's just burning seconds off the clock. He's just burning. It's like he's not that good of a distributor. Like, he's not gonna find someone. He's just, you should be just looking to give to someone who can distribute. Like, there should be no reason why you're walking that ball up. If you're not trying to create a fast break, if you're not trying to drive it, you shouldn't be walking that ball up.
Interesting. Okay.
No, I'm just going by what I see. It just doesn't. I just see it. It's a pointless exercise, and I just see them continually do it. I just see him continue, and it's just a pointless exercise by the Knicks.
Okay.
If he took the ball and he tried to run up the middle every time, hey, I'd be happy. But if he's just gonna stop at the 3-point line, I'm gonna look at Cat. Can't get it. I'm gonna look at Bridges. He can't get it. Waste a few seconds. Okay, I'll just give it to Bridges.
So Josh Hart bringing the ball up the floor is a rock in your shoe.
It is because every time I see it, it's like it's pointless. If Josh Hart got the ball and he shot out and he looked to just like drive or something, that makes sense to me. But just seeing him stop and act like he's a distributor, it's just like.
So there are a lot of things that you said, and I don't know if I follow. One of them is Josh Hart driving with the ball after bringing it up the floor.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
No, it doesn't work unless he's like in transition. Right? Doesn't make sense. But if he's trying to make a fast break or like engage a fast break, it makes sense. But once he's not doing that, he's just not effective at it. You're just wasting time.
Okay. And so somehow I have a sense that this is tied to Tom Thibodeau. Are you saying that Tom Thibodeau has given him carte blanche to do these things?
I don't know whose decision it is, but it's a poor decision. I don't know. I don't know how much Tom Thibodeau has to do with who's bringing the ball up. I don't know if Brunson decides that he needs a break, and Hart is just helping him out. I don't know who's making this decision, but it just doesn't make sense to me. But if you need that much, I don't know. I don't, you know what I mean? Like it's just wasted time. It's just wasted time to me.
This is a new thing to me that Josh Hart brings the ball up too much. So I don't know how to.
You don't think that?
No.
You don't think that Josh Hart brings the ball up too much?
No, of course not. But that's my opinion. That's not. I'm not saying your opinion is wrong. My opinion. And listen, I'm gonna state my opinion, right, regardless of how you view yours, and I respect your opinion and how you see things.
Okay. So when I see Josh Hart bring the ball up, and I'm talking about walk the ball up, it doesn't engage anything. It's almost like I'm sure it gives Jalen Brunson a break to catch his breath, but it doesn't. It's not an advantage for the offense.
So where's the downside of it?
The downside of it is he walks it up court.
No. I mean, like the tangible downside. I'm talking about not like nebulous stuff. I'm talking about like what can I point to? Like what can we see specifically? Like the downside.
Okay. It's a okay. He walks the ball up. It's a half court set. He's not gonna find an open shooter. He's basically just gonna hand it back to Josh Hart, or he's just gonna hand it to Brunson. I'd rather, like, if I give you the ball, you should be trying to generate a fast break.
Okay.
Because you don't have like the necessary skills to like run up and pull up for a three. You're not really gonna go and find a cutter. Like, you're just gonna struggle dribbling the ball, and you're just gonna waste some seconds and give it back to Jalen Brunson. I think he's just burning time.
So I disagree with you on that part. And the reason why I disagree is there are two schools of thought. The one school of thought is when Josh gets the rebound, he wants to push the pace and get up the floor as fast as he can.
That's what I want.
Right. Now, okay, just let me finish because I was listening to, And then when Jalen Brunson gets the ball in the front court, he walks the ball up the floor and brings the ball across half and dribble. There are people in the chat right now that when I say dribble, they know exactly who I'm talking about. Josh Hart, on the other hand, his averages are about 14 points, about 10 rebounds, and about 6 assists per game. Right? That's about 2 assists behind the starting point guard that has the ball for the majority of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could Josh Hart be a specialized playmaker? No, he ain't never been that. Josh Hart has never been a specialized playmaker, and he will never be that. And I know people say never say never. I'm telling y'all, Josh Hart will never be that. But what Josh Hart is the best version of Josh Hart that he's ever been. And somebody on this screen talked to me around All-Star break and said, you can make a case for Josh Hart being the third All-Star.
Yes, I did.
You remember that conversation?
Yep, absolutely.
Now, here's the thing. With me and Josh Hart, I feel like Josh Hart's shortcomings are tangible. I can point directly to what he does wrong on a nightly basis. Right? Point number one, Josh Hart is too unselfish in the offense, so much so that he'll pass up open shots to pass it to another shooter that's smothered, hoping that they'll shoot instead of him. Right? Thing number two about Josh Hart will leave a shooter open in the corner in order to go get on the boards and rebound. Right? Like, we like, Josh, why are you letting that man shoot? And then when he grabbed the rebound, we like, push it, Josh, push it. So it's like you can't have the things both ways with Josh. You can't expect him to close out on shooters and rebound at the rim. Those are two things we know for sure that Josh Hart does. I can point those things out every game. Josh Hart is going to pass up open shots all game. Right? Josh Hart also is not going to play significant defense on a nightly basis because he's a rebound hunter. He's a transition playmaker. And so when you ask Josh to play defense, it's like, why are you asking Josh to play? Josh is not going to play defense. He's a rebound hunter. It's the reason why a guy 6'4" can average 10 rebounds. He's not muscling up Joel Embiid or Jokic down low. He's an opportunistic rebounder. He's an energy guy. And when you ask energy guys / opportunistic type guys to be the focal point of anything, you pissing in the wind. Miguel P., thank you for the generous contribution. Miguel P. says Hart is this year's Burks. He will be our demise. Oh, no. So what I will say is for anybody that has a beef with Josh Hart in a certain thing that he does, man, just say the certain things that he does. Like I was looking in the chat and people were killing Josh Hart for being Josh. And I'm like, so what's he doing? And they're like, man, he just joshing around. And we know that. Josh Hart has been here for 2.5 seasons. We know Josh gonna josh around. It's what he do. Right? But is it, I mean, where's the improvement? Like if we don't want Josh to josh around, then where's the Josh replacement?
No,
is it Landry Shamet? Are you proposing that Landry Shamet take Josh Hart's minutes? Ladies and gentlemen, Fritz Alcindor just said Landry Shamet should get Josh Hart minutes. Is that what you're saying?
No, I like Josh Hart. I just wish he, certain things that work. I don't think he's. I don't think this working smarter or working harder. Sometimes he can work smarter.
Right.
So, yeah, I just no, and that's me nitpicking because I'm thinking like, yeah, I think if someone gets a rebound, they hand the ball to Josh Hart. Yeah,
I don't see that. That part I don't see often.
You don't see it.
No,
you don't think it happens often.
No, I know it's not happening often enough for us to even be talking about it. Like Josh Hart legitimately is not going to go to the rebounder and get the ball so he can walk the ball up the floor and initiate offense. I already know that's not happening. Because two things we already know. Josh Hart wants to get the team out and run. That's why when he gets the rebound, he's sprinting up the floor to attack the rim. We know this from Josh Hart, right? If you've watched 70 plus games this year, and have not seen Josh Hart grab a rebound and score a layup or score a basket in transition, you hadn't been watching the Knicks. You've been watching the Knicks. They've been watching the New York Knicks.
I haven't seen it as often as I wanted to.
That Josh Hart doesn't get layups in transition off rebounds?
Not
how many do
not
you
as
want?
often.
How many do you want though?
As often as you can.
No, what number?
No,
Tell us a number.
No, it's not a specific number.
A number.
It's not a specific number.
It's got to be a specific number because you said you're not satisfied, and then when we ask you what satisfied you, you say, "Well, nothing satisfied me." That lets me know it's not even about that. It's just about Josh Hart handling the ball.
No,
you legit said that doesn't satisfy you. And then when I asked you what satisfies you, you was like, "Nah."
What would satisfy me? If he gets the rebound or he's handed a rebound, yes, he's trying to get out in transition. But if I'm stopped, instantly give it to someone else. Like, I don't want you trying to play point guard.
I don't know if I've seen Josh Hart try to play point guard enough for you to have a rock in your shoe, bro. I think you need to you got to smoke a cigarette. Let that one go, bro. Josh Hart playing point guard?
No, I mean, yeah.
Oh boy, Cowboy Bob is in the building. I got to put the link in the chat. Oh boy, but Cowboy Bob has been scared. Let me restate. I ain't gonna disrespect Cowboy Bob like that. I ain't gonna disrespect Cowboy Bob has been busy. So he hadn't been coming up on a thing. I ain't gonna say he been scared. I just say he been busy. Seven Grand says, you think Josh Hart tries to do too much on offense. I didn't take it that way. I take it as Fritz doesn't want Josh playing point guard and slowing up the offense. That's what I got. That's what I got from it.
Yeah, if you're willing to like get out in transition or force a transition, Josh, you could do it every time up court if you want to.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, Cowboy Bob.
Good evening. Actually, sorry, good morning.
Yeah, good mornings. Good mornings.
Yeah, I've been doing some stuff, man. I forgot what time it was.
Good mornings. That's what I used to say to the hey, Cowboy Bob, when I used to have the second graders, right? When I used to have the second graders, they used to get off the bus all cranky and sluggish and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Uncle Freezie, I don't want to be at school today. Get your ass in the gym. Good mornings.
Yeah.
Talk about you ain't want to be at school, bro. I already been here an hour, and I'm gonna be here an hour after you leave, and all you got to do is, man, if you don't go in that gym.
I know what you mean.
So basically, what Fritz is saying that if he had a industrial size slingshot, he would fling Josh Hart into the sun
every time. No, toward the basket. Toward the basket.
Why you gotta make fun of my dude, man? Like, I understand that it's heart pains and he's difficult, but he's pretty much what we need. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's working. Can we just enjoy the ride? Because it's bumpy as hell.
Now we were talking about the Knicks. We were talking about the Knicks, beating the Boston Celtics in the second round, and Fritz went off on a tangent about Josh Hart.
Oh yeah, I know he does that to everybody. He like family to me by now. That's Josh Hart, bro. That's why I just be like,
I don't know what Fritz has against Haitians, bro. What do you have against Haitians?
Oh man, Celtics is gonna be a tough one, man. Trading 3s for 2s.
Look, man, if The Cavs can lose to Detroit and also lose to the Magic. And we're supposed to be better than those two teams. I think that we got a chance with Boston. Not going to say we can win it in 5 or anything and be disrespectful, but I am going to say
We're gonna beat Boston in 6, bro.
like it's going to be
Wow.
6, maybe a game 7 dogfight. Like
Nah,
it's
we
going
ain't
to be
going. We
old
ain't going to
school.
7. If we go to 7 games of Boston, we lost because Game 7 is on their floor, bro. We can't. You're not gonna win a Game 7 in Boston. That's out.
I know that was my dream, but yeah, you
Yeah,
sound more
no,
practical.
that's a no. You already no. How often does Boston lose a Game 7 on their floor? You might if they're not injured all over the place when a Boston Celtics team is healthy, you're not beating them on their floor. Period. I don't care what generation it is. Period.
I
And
agree.
1968-69 season, the Knicks lost to the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? And we were the better team. We were a young, up-and-coming team in 68-69. And going into that game, everybody expected us to beat Boston, and they beat us on their floor. And after the game, the Celtics was like, man, we don't know how we pulled it out, bro, but y'all the team of the future. He's like, y'all going to be the team of the 70s is what Celtics players told the Knicks. And and from then on, you ain't from Bill Russell to Larry Bird to Antoine Walker to Paul Pierce to Jason Tatum. You're not beating Boston on their floor unless they have injuries everywhere.
Yeah, that was the dream. But nah, I can see it in 6.
Nick Yak wildin'. Nick Yak, relax. Relax. Relax.
Who said they don't want Cat driving?
I don't know. I don't know where that came from. We spoke about that briefly. Nobody said we don't want Cat driving, bro. I pointed out Cat does drive. That's the reason why he doesn't shoot threes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? His threes are down because he's driving to the rim, attacking the interior of the defense. Right? That's a Tibbs mandate. Like, if you can do it, do it. Right? If you can do it, do it. And so he can do it. So he's doing it. Remember the first day Tom Thibodeau spoke to y'all, he said the game will tell you what to do. We want 2 feet with the ball in the paint so that we can kick out the shooters. He told us that in the first press conference. Tibbs ain't changed that since he been here. That's what he want.
Yeah. I'm just enjoying the ride because right now the Knicks are on pace to have a back-to-back 50-win season. So
Mike Dollar, salute.
So I'm just happy with that too. But nobody seems to be talking about that. We're talking about Cat can't drive. I think that's funny. But
No,
Fritz, what's up, man?
Oh, doing good. All
right,
I
glad
just
to
don't.
hear it.
Yeah, I just think that Boston's going to be a tall order.
Okay, what about Boston you think is going to make them better without the 3.0? Because before you answer, just let me get this off real quick. Without Brunson, this team has had to fight to win every single game, and they're growing a lot. And regardless of what people may think, I think minutes are a good thing because they're playing more, they're getting out of their mental lapse. That being said, when Brunson comes back, this team is going to be totally solid. How do you think that from what Boston's been doing throughout the season, will it be effective as opposed to this newer Knick team?
No, I think the 3 is a big issue because we struggle defending the 3, and that's gonna be a big point is defending the 3 against Boston. And if we're going 3s for 2s, we have to generate enough offense to cover, giving up 3s for 2s. And I think we would have to score in to go with Boston. We need to score in the 120s.
I think what's going to end up happening is maybe the first game it may seem like that, but then the second game they're going to get wear and tear because at some point they're going to have to keep Brown or Tatum on the floor with KP if he's there, and they have to keep one of those guys to keep something going, because what's going to end up happening is that's when we could take our advantages. Remember, even when they were hitting all those threes against us, we still was in the game up until, like, the end of the first quarter. I'm joking. But I was just saying, like, you have that opportunity to take advantage of, and they'll give you the moments. But Boston's going to have to really rely on not just the three ball, but the options of when they rest their guys. I think we could take advantage of that, especially with what we've been doing.
Yeah, I think 120 is the key. Scoring 120.
Yeah,
I think scoring 120 is the key.
and I think with all these guys, I know some of them are hurt. They're just nicked up. They're out for a couple of games. I'm okay with that. But at the same time, I think that it's a good thing, because when they come back, our squad is deeper and we can just mix and match. And I think it'll be a lot more of a problem. Not saying they're all going to be on the same page, but it'll start clicking at the right time. And I think Boston, like I said, game one, yeah, they'll get it. But that next game,
Hey, Cowboy Bob, what percentage did Boston shoot from three last year in the playoffs?
wait, I didn't hear you. What was that?
What percentage from three did Boston shoot last year in the playoffs?
I'm going to take a wild guess. I'm going to say 34%.
Hey, man, you almost won a brand new car. They shot 33% in the playoffs last year.
Damn, I was over. I would have failed if this was one of them TV shows.
Yeah, you almost won a brand new car, bro. And guess how many attempts per game did they take in the playoffs last year?
41.
They averaged 32.7 threes per game in the playoffs.
Dang. See?
Okay.
Bro,
How many are they shooting?
Huh?
How many are they shooting this year? Like in regular season?
This year, are they NBA champs this year? I'm gonna check. They're not the champs this year now. Well, I guess they're the champs. They're the champs until somebody knocks them off. But the Boston Celtics at the moment are taking. Hold on, let me go team.
That'd be like 50.
The teams, Boston, they're taking 48.3 threes per game.
Yeah, it's dramatically different.
Yeah. But that's not the. Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. So in the postseason, Boston took 43s per game last year, and they shot 36% from three last year in the playoffs. And that ranked them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you know what team led the NBA in 3-point percentage last year in the playoffs? I give you a hint. Their logo is on our screen.
No.
But how many times did we shoot it? It was volume. The volume was easy to shoot. Because we shot well last year. It was the volume.
Nah, this one is not. You can't say that one. Fritz said that's the volume thing with the Knicks, because if you say it was a volume thing, right, and a bunch of our players were out due to injury, what you're telling me as somebody who watched those games is that if our starters were there, then we're the NBA champs because we shot a better percentage than Boston. Is that what we're alluding to? Like last year, we should have won the championship because
if we were healthy, we had a shot.
Was hurt. Remember, Bogey was hurt. OG was hurt. Randall was hurt. Remember that?
Yeah. If we were healthy, we had a shot. If we were healthy, we had a shot.
But I think that we got a better chance. But it's that first round too, though. I got this.
Yeah. Right. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I hear you. Hey, Fritz, I hear you on the narratives and stuff. I hear you. I just don't believe it. Somebody's got to prove something to me. I hear you. But seeing is believing, bro.
Yep. I feel that though with what's going on with this team again. I think that we're gonna take advantage of them threes. Watch, because OG's been playing really good too. And wait till Bridges get back to his form. He's still doing good too. He had 20 the other night, or was it 19?
No, you have like 26 or something, right?
No, OG had like 30.
Oh no! Oh, you're talking about OG. Okay.
Yeah, OG had 34, and like how much did Bridges have? I thought it was like 19 or something. My Wi-Fi was messing up.
Yeah, Boston's 3-point percentage number is down. They take more and shoot it at a poorer percentage this year.
Yeah.
And it's not major. It's not like a major. I think there's like a percentage and a half. They shot like 38.8% last year, and they're shooting 37.1% this year.
Yeah.
Or more volume. But Nick Yak, listen. So Nick Yak, you wasn't here. This is for me, and I'm not in the Mitchell Robinson hive. I like Mitchell Robinson, but I'm not in the Mitchell Robinson hive. I'm not getting a Mitchell Robinson tattoo, right? But if you're telling me Boston's going to take 53s a game in the playoffs, and we have a guy second in the league in rebounding, and we have one of the best rebounders per minute in the league in Mitchell Robinson. If they miss, we're gonna run them off the floor, make them pay.
Yep.
I think the Mitchell Robinson thing, part of this equation, is very, very understated.
Okay. Are you talking about Mitchell Robinson at 18 minutes a game? Or are you talking about Mitchell Robinson playing more minutes?
I'm talking about Mitchell Robinson when they miss a shot. I don't care how many, whatever. Right? Because here's the thing. There's going to be a certain amount of minutes allotted to bigs as a group. And what we should expect from our bigs as a group is at least 25 rebounds a night. If we get about 25 rebounds a night from Precious, Mitch, and Cat, we win the series. It's just as simple as that. If we beat them on the boards, we win the series. Right? Like, for instance, I can't see Al Horford double-double. I can't see Porzingis double-double. I'm even here to say I don't even know if Porzingis is going to be healthy. Right? I don't even know. I don't even. I think Boston is primed for the picking. Drew Holiday is a shell of himself right now in this moment. The one thing Boston has over us is they may have, depending on how you see things, you could think, if you think Jason Tatum is the best player on either roster in this series, I'll give you that one. Right? But players 2 and 3 on that list are Knicks. Right? Then when you get to player 4, is it Jaylen Brown? Is it OG Anunoby? Is it Mikal Bridges? Is it such and such? You can have it. You could say that's Jaylen Brown. But if you say Jaylen Brown at 4, that means player 5 and 6 are Knicks. And I know this sound crazy, Cowboy Bob. If you compare those rosters right now, the Knicks and Celtics, out of the top 10 players, how many players do you think will be Knicks?
I'm thinking about maybe 4, because Pritchard's maybe 6 man of the year. So I'm thinking about 4 maybe, and Knicks maybe 6 to 7. Let's say 3.5. Pretend like it's spades. So yeah, like about 3.5.
Okay.
But then for the Knicks though, it'll be like 7.5 Knicks.
I don't understand where you went just now.
You said out of the 2 teams, how many do I think are top 10 players? I was only seeing Boston having maybe like 4 good players if they have KP. But the Knicks, I think, have more.
Okay. What do you think, Fritz? If in a Knicks Celtics series, you know what? I'll just put it on the screen. Hold on, give me a second. Let me do this, and let me do this. Let me do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That is fresh.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro. We trying out here. Just trying to keep the head covered up. You know how it is. Let me do. I'm gonna turn this, make this a little bit, and then do this just to make sure that it stand out on the screen. All right, so I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this with y'all, man, just real quick, because I want to see what y'all think. All right, I know that's ugly, but I'll just have it here serving a purpose. All right, in a Knicks versus Celtics series, who is the best player on either roster? The best player. Who's the best player?
Brunson and Tatum.
Who's the best player?
Brunson.
You think Jalen Brunson is better than Jason Tatum?
Yep.
Fritz, who's the better player, Jason Tatum or Jalen Brunson?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much tied there.
Huh?
I think it's pretty much tied.
What?
I mean, if Tatum is on, like Tatum is yeah. I think it's a coin flip between the two.
All right, I'm gonna go with y'all sound like homers. I'm gonna go with Jason Tatum.
No, like Tatum, like if Tatum is dialed in, there's nothing you can do. Like,
okay, so because here's the thing, y'all are arguing for and against at the same time.
Yeah,
like y'all are, because if Jalen Brunson is the best player in the series, then what are we even talking about? If Chad, y'all feel me? If Jalen Brunson is the best player in the series, shouldn't we sweep Boston?
Yeah, but he could have bad shooting games though.
Yeah. I'm saying best. It don't. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
All right.
No. If you look at this, just look at the two individual players and what they did this season. Yeah, Tatum is better. Tatum is better than Brunson.
Okay, so Tatum 2-1.
All right. So with those names off the board, who goes next on the list?
I was gonna say if he's healthy, KP.
You think KP is better than OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges?
Mm-hmm. Because of his offense. And he can rebound. He can get you a double-double.
Okay.
I'm going to go... I'm not sure, because you said Drew Holiday's health is an issue, but I probably
his skills are an issue. So Kristaps Porzingis is averaging 19.7 points a game and 7 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
But he's only played 37 games.
Okay, so if he's not healthy, then I'd go with.
No, I didn't say he wasn't healthy. I just said that man averaged 7 rebounds a game. That's not double-double. That's far from double-double.
Nah,
that man's averaging the same amount of rebounds as Josh Hart is averaging more rebounds than this dude, bro.
Yeah.
Josh Hart gets 3 more rebounds a game than this man, bro.
I thought he had a double-double. My apologies.
Nah. I
still take Porzingis though. Outside of that, his offense is consistent.
That man 7-3 shooting. That man 7-3 shooting 48% from the floor, bro.
I think in this series he's probably there. Porzingis. Since we're struggling with the 3 and defending the 3, I'm putting Porzingis there.
What you think, Unc?
Y'all know the chat. Y'all notice I didn't move damn finger, right? These dudes is up, bro. Wait a minute. Hey, when y'all said Porzingis, I didn't even move a finger, bro. I wasn't even tempted. It didn't even cross my mind. Like, oh, you know what? They might be right. Nah, bro.
You know what? No, but I'm just saying for this series, I think you would put Porzingis in that spot. I don't think Porzingis is a better player.
Then who would you have?
I think for this series, I think Porzingis is a bigger factor because we're not defending the 3. And Porzingis, like, he don't care. He'll shoot it like one step in from the logo. Like, he don't care. Like, I don't think there's anybody stopping him from taking that shot.
Okay.
This suspense is killing me, Unc.
What suspense? There is no suspense.
I mean,
if you think
if you think OG is going to continue like he is now, then OG's in that.
No, see, that's not what I said. I never said any of that stuff. The header is up there, top 10 players in a Knicks Celtics series.
Okay. Are we factoring how they're going to play in the series or just rank them in the NBA? Now, how do we think they're going to perform or just rank them?
I got Porzingis. I just think that Porzingis' 20 points can be more consistent than OG and Bridges has. And his ability to draw fouls at the 3-point line. It won't be Cat getting in trouble.
Cowboy Bob, would you trade? Okay. So Cowboy Bob, would you trade 6 first-round picks for Kristaps Porzingis last summer?
Nah, because he's not healthy. But again, it's a 7-game series. So for me,
Cowboy Bob, would you have paid this summer? Would you have paid Kristaps Porzingis the OG Anunoby money?
No. It's a 7-game series, not 82 games.
But you have to acquire the person. You have to acquire them in order to be on your roster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The Knicks drafted Kristaps Porzingis, bro. The Knicks drafted Porzingis in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't drafted by the Celtics. You have to acquire him. And I asked you in two different scenarios, would you acquire Kristaps Porzingis for what we paid for Mikal Bridges or what we paid for OG Anunoby? And both times you said no because he hadn't been healthy.
Yeah, and I'm talking about the 7-game series. If he's healthy and he's playing, I think he's like the 5th or 6th best player that's gonna be out of the top 10.
Yeah, it's gonna be a huge factor in this series. If there's that series, he would be a huge factor.
Because remember, he was getting blocks on the defensive end when he played us. He was getting steals. He created that 10-0 run for them.
Porzingis did that?
Yeah, he did it for the first game, and that was it. And I'm looking at that and saying, if that could happen in a 7-game series, he helped them win one. Jaylen Brown and Tatum can both get another one. That's 3 games right there.
Man, where am I? I feel like, am I in Kansas?
No, yeah. I think in the series, Porzingis gets a green light to shoot from 3 anytime he wants.
Okay,
right,
Fritz. So Fritz, what's that? What does that mean? Does that mean? I mean, I don't.
I think he would be a huge scorer in this series because I think he's just gonna let it fly from 3. I don't think, and he's gonna shoot it way beyond from 3. I think he's just gonna constantly be shooting from 3-point land.
Okay, so we've never. Okay, I got to, y'all. I got to. The panelists say Kristaps Porzingis is better than Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby.
I didn't say he's better. I think in the series, he would get a green light. He would get a green light.
That's what y'all want right there. Y'all were arguing for this spot to put Kristaps Porzingis. So who'd be 6th? Derek White?
OG.
No.
OG.
I was gonna say OG.
Okay. Chat, y'all letting me down, bro. The chat is letting me down.
Yeah,
I can't believe
I'm going off of history. I'm going off of history, not what I see right now.
I don't understand what you mean.
I prefer OGs. No, go ahead, Fritz.
No, I'm just saying Mikal's playing great right now, but I'm still gonna put OG. I'm putting normal OG in my mind. I'm putting him on the list. Not what I see from OG right now.
I'm thinking of defense. You're gonna need that in the playoffs. And he's gonna be trying to play against Brown or Tatum, so we're gonna need him. I ain't say Derek White. Wow. He said Peyton Pritchard. Wow. You put wow. Big bro.
That's what y'all want, bro. Chat, that's what they want. Chat, that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted, chat.
He got Josh Hart up there. Oh my God, I'm done.
That's what y'all, but that's what y'all want. As soon as y'all said Kristaps Porzingis over Derek White, bro, what universe are we occupying where Kristaps Porzingis is better than Derek White? What universe are we? Are we in the 616? Is that where? Chat. Kristaps Porzingis over Derek White.
I would in the series. In this series, I would.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I'm questioning a lot of. I don't know. Kristaps Porzingis at 5. Porzingis? Yo, B-baller for real. Me too. I can't believe it either. Porzingis at 5, bro. And so he says, if you think OG and Mikal are better than Porzingis, you do not know basketball. Wrong. This man thinks Porzingis is better than OG and Mikal Bridges. How we know that's not even close to being accurate is the Celtics gave the Wizards a first-round pick and random players for Porzingis. They gave them a random late playoff team first-round pick and some random players for Porzingis.
Yeah,
they didn't pay a premium price for Porzingis.
They had to pay him. That was the issue. Like, not too many people thought he was going to be worth what the money he was commanded.
Bro, Dallas traded him to the Washington Wizards, bro.
Yep.
The Dallas Mavericks traded him to the Washington Wizards and went to the NBA Finals.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about Kristaps Porzingis, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think if in a series versus New York, they would just have Porzingis shoot. Just have him shoot.
I
don't think he's going to give you. I don't think he's going to give you a whole all-around game.
But what's your point about Porzingis shooting the ball, though?
I think he'll be impactful in the series. I think he would be one of the biggest factors in the series
because he shoots threes.
Yes.
So he's a unicorn. So he's a center that shoots threes, and no other team has that. So that's going to be the X factor because Porzingis shoots threes, and no one else has a center that'll shoot threes.
No, I think he's going to have the green light. I think he's going to shoot a lot of threes. Like you said, Cat 4.8 threes a game. I think Porzingis might put up 10. And they'll let him do it every game. Yeah, I'm not looking at Porzingis as some all-around player. I don't think he's gonna be backing guys down in the paint. I don't think they're gonna be looking at him to lead the team. I think they're just gonna shoot it.
How many threes are you saying he's gonna up his shooting when he plays the Knicks? Or do you think he shoots that many threes right now?
No, I think they're gonna up it for the Knicks. I think he's going to up it for the Knicks.
Just for the Knicks, though?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what are you basing it on?
On what's been successful in the past. And then that we're poor at defending the three. I think I don't think there's any way we're going to be able to defend it. I think you're just going to have to hope he misses. I think they would have to come in with the idea of if we can outpace the Knicks in threes, we'll win the series.
Yo, chat, y'all be bugging, bro. Y'all bugging. Yeah, I don't even know what this after just I don't even know what to say, bro.
I mean, I'm just thinking about how I think the Celtics are going to approach the series.
Right.
I don't think they're going to try to fight fair. I don't think it's going to be. I really think they're just going to challenge the Knicks to shoot with them. And then, they have enough confidence. Okay, most nights we're going to outshoot the Knicks. And the Knicks may have a night or two they might get hot, but we're going to win in 7. Or like in a 7-game series, this can't shoot with us. Because I don't think they want to go tit for tat with Cat and Jalen Brunson. Freezie there? Baller.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm
Okay.
here. It's a spider. It's a spider in here, bro. I had to. It just shocked me, man. I'm not used to seeing a bug in the house, so I'm not scared. Just do me, It was worse than y'all saying Porzingis is better than Bridges.
I don't think he's better than Bridges. I think his role in that series is going to be a bigger role. We still haven't seen Bridge on it. We haven't seen Bridges with this level of impact with Brunson. I would have to see it. Because right now Brunson is getting a lot of opportunity that he wasn't getting when Brunson was there. So he's gonna have to he has to prove that he can do it with Brunson.
Man, okay. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yo, I'm standing on a chair because I can't believe two Knicks fans legit said Kristaps Porzingis is better than OG Anunoby. I'm shocked. Bro. I honestly don't know if I'll ever be able to live this down, bro. And Fritz said that the Celtics have a center that can shoot threes, and that's their advantage. I don't know what I'm hearing, bro. I'm shocked. I usually get shocked about 3 times a night from what people say, but the Celtics have the advantage because they have a center that can shoot threes. I'm shocked. And Cowboy Bob just said that Kristaps Porzingis is a better player than OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. And why are we debating it? Yeah, I don't know, bro. Yeah, if that's how y'all feeling, bro, hey man. Yeah, I don't. If that's how y'all feeling, bro, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Chat. Really quick question. Can Kristaps Porzingis guard Karl Anthony Towns? Yeah, Porzingis is not a defender. He's a rim protector. Porzingis is not a guy you're going to put on an island with another NBA player at 7'3", and Porzingis is not going to guard nobody. He's a shot blocker that blocks shots when the ball comes to him. Yo, this is crazy to me. This is crazy. Now this dude, now Porzingis is Wemby.
Nah, I ain't saying that.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm blown away, bro, from what I heard. I don't know, bro. Have y'all ever seen Fritz? Have you ever seen Porzingis guard somebody out on the island and lock them down?
No, that's not his thing.
Yeah, hey, Cowboy Bob, have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
But you seen Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby do it though, right?
Yes.
I'm shocked that y'all legit think Porzingis is better than Derek White. Y'all said Porzingis' name before Derek White, bro.
Yeah, I think his impact in the series would be bigger
than Derek. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I think Porzingis is the benefactor of being on the floor with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Absolutely.
I think the numbers that you see are numbers that are system generated. I would say that if Karl Anthony Towns was in that Porzingis role, shooting the three, rebounding, and everything else that they asked Porzingis to do, Cat would do it twice as good, twice better. Regardless of what they ask him to do offensively, Cat would do it twice as good.
Probably.
And defensively, Mitchell Robinson will do what Kristaps Porzingis would do 3 times as good, 4 times as good. Mitchell, in my mind, Mitchell Robinson is so much of a better defender than Porzingis that I'm laughing internally to myself as I say Kristaps Porzingis' name in the same sentence as Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah,
and I think it's bizarre to even think that Porzingis is a top 8 player in this series.
Well, I don't think they want to play fair. I think they want it to be a high scoring series with a lot of threes.
Right. I think but that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants it to. Everybody wants all their shots to go in and they don't want the other team's shots to go in at all. I think that's everybody's goal, right? We want to score as many points as we can, and we're going to try to stop them from scoring at all. Yeah, and even though, well, you know what? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say after that, everybody. Yeah. So, Cowboy Bob, you think the Celtics are just going to beat the Knicks in the series?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just that Porzingis in that system, he's going to be very successful. I'm sorry. I think if he's healthy, he's the third best player on that team. Defense, you're right. Everything else, but as far as offense, yeah. But I think, like I said, I know like 4 players are going to be on Boston. We're going to have like 6, maybe 7. I'm not going to front. Maybe my bias to Derek White is why I have Porzingis higher. But you do have a point with Derek White being better this season. After Porzingis, then like I said, it could be OG for his defense, Bridges. And then when you get to that 8 spot, it's like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I don't know where we at with it, bro.
Yeah.
that maybe White could go there.
Or Freezie. You know the Celtics coach is going to make a plan specifically in the Knicks. You know he's going to want to make it a track meet. You already know.
You know what? You know what I know? I know I played basketball at a lot of different levels.
Okay.
Right? I know how basketball works. Am I Michael Jordan? No. Right? I'm not Michael Jordan. What I do know, though, is coming out of my neighborhood in Jersey City, I played with a bunch of dudes that played in the NBA, right? And they brag. So while I say that I played with a lot of NBA players, they say that they grew up with a dude that boxed, right? That's their thing. Yo, man, this kid ran around the neighborhood, man. He used to box, man. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has their thing, right? My thing is with basketball is I think narratives become runaway freight trains, right? They legitimately, like if somebody says something that somebody likes, people will parakeet that thing to the end of the world, right? Because it sounds, smart. And in reality, it does sound smart. But you don't play the game, you know what I'm saying, in a simulator.
Yeah.
Right? The thing is, all the stuff that we're saying Boston knows, the Knicks know it too. Everything that the Celtics know, other teams know this stuff also. It's not like we have a secret thing that only we know, right? And so when we say, hey, man, what the Knicks look like against Boston, those first couple of whatever, and we already went through this before with the Atlanta Hawks. In 2021, we used to whoop the Hawks, and they would have somebody out all season. And then when we got them in the playoffs, they put the boot to our backside because they were finally healthy in the playoffs. That first game of the season, Mitch was out. Precious was out. OG, Bridges, Cat never played together, right? And we're like, nah, that's a true indicator of who we really were. Game 1 is who we are gonna be for the next 3 years. Wrong. Then we played them about a month ago. It seems like a month ago. And we had people out in that game. And I think OG left that game with an injury. I think Cowboy Bob, that's the game that OG sprained his foot, right? Is that the sprained foot game, or was that the Lakers? It was one of them. It was one of them.
It wasn't the Lakers.
It was.
It was the Raptors.
It was one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we think that a Boston team that has pretty much played together versus a Knicks team that pretty much don't even know what their superpowers are yet. The Celtics are just gonna wash away the Knicks.
Don't believe it.
I find that to be bizarre.
I didn't say wash. I think.
I just think that's gonna be, because there are more things to an NBA game than just that stuff, right? Like when we played the Celtics the first time, we couldn't even let OG Anunoby guard. As a matter of fact, I mean, the second time, did OG Anunoby even get the guard Jason Tatum? I'm gonna go back and look at the number because I don't remember OG Anunoby getting the opportunity to guard Jason Tatum. Anybody, y'all remember that? Do y'all remember OG Anunoby guarding Jason Tatum? I'm gonna go back to that second game. Or was it the third game? I think it was the third game. Yeah, let me check and see. So the Celtics beat I'm gonna just put the stuff on the screen, everybody. So the Celtics blew us out. They beat us by 13. And they legit dog walked us late in the game, in that third game. But I want to show y'all the number, right? This is it right here, man. I should make that bigger, right? I'm trying to find the game that Porzingis played in. Is this a game Porzingis played in? Yeah, there it is. And that game Porzingis played 34 minutes. He was 6 of 15 from the floor, 2 for 9 from 3, had 7 rebounds, 15 points. So Porzingis had 15 points on 15 shots, and he had 7 rebounds, right? But what did Cat have in this game? Just random. Cat was 9 of 20. Cat had 18 rebounds, 24 points. He was 3 of 4 from 3. These numbers here, the bench, that is what hurt us in this game. If y'all see it, Precious was 0 for 2. Cameron Payne was 3 for 6. Deuce McBride was 1 for 7. Landry Shamet was 2 for 4. So that means our bench was 6 for 19 from the floor. Our bench legit was 6 for 19 from the floor in that game. And that is the game that was played on. What day was that game played on? That game was played on. Let me go back. I can find it.
Is that Christmas?
No. That game was played on February 23rd. All right, and so the big blowout game, February 8th, the game we had all been looking for. Ironically, Kristaps Porzingis didn't play. I can't imagine why he didn't. This is the game where Cat was trash, but we knew he was playing because his knee was it was a Saturday night game and his knee was bulky. Cat took 8 shots that game. Josh Hart was 7 for 16. Jalen Brunson took 18 shots and had 36 points. Jason Tatum had 40, could have went for 50. Jason Tatum could have went for 60 in that game against us. They called off the dogs with him, right? But notice whose name is not in the lineup when Jason Tatum went for 1,000 points? OG Anunoby. Precious Achiuwa started in his spot. First game of the season, Cat was 5 for 9, 1 of 2 from 3. He had 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 12 points. Porzingis didn't play that game. I can't imagine why Porzingis didn't play. I wonder what happened.
Maybe the more I think about it now,
they just blew us out the gun. They just blew us out the water. The game one, regardless what team was out there when they were celebrating their championship, they just blew us out the water. Yeah, and Brooklyn Knicks fans said Tatum destroyed all Knicks defenders. Nobody's stopping him. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I think he could have went for 60. I think he had 40 points in 3 quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's hard for me to I still believe that Porzingis has an impact, but based off of what you've been saying, I can see I could pick wrong. But I think OG should be next because he's the one with the defense that's going to change everything. If I'm going to take off,
I'm not doing. You talking about on the list, man? I'm not doing that list, bro. That list be frustrating me. I think Knicks fan. Well, I'm not gonna say all Knicks fans, but I do think there is an element of Stockholm syndrome going on with the Celtics. Like they beat us so often and by so much that Knicks fans just love the Celtics in a way that's kind of like how streetwalkers love their pimps. Like they beat us so much that we're just legitimately like we're like streetwalkers to a pimp now with the Celtics. They just dominate us so much that every time we hear the Celtics name, we just say, "Yes, boss," to the Celtics before we even get out there and play. We don't look at what we can do to beat the Celtics. We just like, nah, man, we just gonna lose to them. It don't matter. Is that true, Cowboy Bob, or am I wrong?
No, it's not that. It's just I figured from watching KP last season and this season, I thought he did good enough to where his offense would help. But it's not like I'm a favorite for Boston. I just think that him as a shooter can be very dangerous.
But Cat, the greatest shooting 7-footer ever, cannot.
No, Cat's number 3 on the list, isn't he?
No, we're talking about shooters. You're talking about a big man shooting the basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think that
so Cat shooting the 3, I mean Porzingis shooting the 3 is gonna have a bigger impact than Cat shooting the 3.
Oh, I just think that
I think so.
No, I
don't think Cat's gonna put up as many threes as Porzingis would.
Still on low volume. The overall thing is I think that him and Cat are gonna go tit for tat and it just comes down to who's gonna make it. But then when you look at who's left, it's still JB and it's still Brunson. I mean Tatum and Brunson. Because to be honest with you, all Porzingis got is the offense that's built for him to shoot those threes, as opposed to where Cat can do what he could do, create his own shot, go off the dribble. I'm gonna say Cat's the better center in this, yes, but that I think Porzingis is a deadly 3-point shooter, and he could also play defense at the right time. That's the only reason why I got him 5. It's just because of the 3-point shot. If it wasn't for that, I'd probably have OG or maybe White.
Okay. So basically, you're conceding the Celtics are a better franchise, basically.
You still got 5 other spots. That's what I keep saying. I really think that there's 6 Knicks that deserve to be up there. And maybe Boston gets 4. Because at the end of the day, Pritchard is playing well and White's playing well. So there goes your 4. Maybe I'm just looking at Porzingis as a dark horse. Like, he's just one slept on by most, but he's very effective. Doesn't mean he's better than Cat. But I still feel like him and Cat going at it, it's going to balance itself out. Not saying one's better than the other. It's just they're going to go at it the same way Tatum and Brunson's going to go at it. Is that bad?
No, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. You just said that Porzingis and Karl Anthony Towns are going to cancel themselves out. Yep, that's what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
You just said it. You just said it.
Yeah.
You just said it. I was present. I was
With
right
a
here. When I
3-point
heard
shot. Yeah, with threes. I think that they're going to go tit for tat with one another, but we still have the better advantage in Karl Anthony Towns. That's what I said. It's okay. I still think that we got the better center and we still got the better player in Brunson. I just think that he can do enough to where it could draw some notice. Just the scoring, nothing else. I'm not talking about defense or what he brings to the team outside of scoring.
Hey, Andre Bryant, I don't think this is the case here, right? What I think is the case is when you have Cat on the floor and Josh Hart on the floor, and you can guard Josh Hart with Luke Cornett or Kristaps Porzingis, and then rotate that man off of Josh Hart to double team Cat. It just lets you know right then your offense is going to stall. And I know the whole Drew Holiday guarded Cat thing is a cute thing to say. I talk to Sixers fans all the time, right? I talk to Sixers fans all the time, and the one thing people say is, but Marcus Smart guarded Joel Embiid. Right, they'll say that, but then what they don't do is put it in context, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when Josh Hart on Christmas Day, Josh Hart guarded Wemby. I could say that too, like, hey man, Josh Hart guarded Wemby.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I see what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I don't know who the fifth spot would be then. To be honest with you,
I don't even care. I don't even care, bro. At this point, I'm thinking like, what are we even? Yeah, I don't know.
maybe you just look at
Because
the game differently.
every time I see your avatar, I'm just gonna think Porzingis is the GOAT.
Nah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like Porzingis is the GOAT.
Oh man. See, this is why you can never say Porzingis.
Porzingis is I don't know, bro. And so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Here's the thing. And do you think Tom Thibodeau can hold his own against the Celtics coach? Joe Mazzulla?
In-game adjustments?
Yep.
Oh man. That's like a Mike Tyson uppercut.
No.
In a playoff series, 7 games. I mean, they did beat us in the season. You know what?
So if Tibbs gets outcoached by Joe Mazzulla, are you still bringing Tibbs back next year?
No.
What would it take for you to bring Tibbs back next year?
Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay. So in order for them to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, you know what has to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They'd have to beat Boston.
Yep.
I think Tibbs will make the right adjustments in the 7-game series.
So either y'all know Tibbs is not going to outcoach Joe Mazzulla, right? You know that. And so you're saying that you don't want Tibbs to be back because you know the outcome is on the other side of him beating Joe Mazzulla. So we'll say whatever it is that is Tibbs' limitation, our expectation for him to keep his job is one step beyond that. Which could be fair or not fair at the same time.
Go ahead, Fritz. I will bring it back.
I think it's Eastern Conference Final is the mark that he has to hit.
And you don't think he'll hit it?
I don't think he'll get it. That's why I wanted him replaced before.
But what about the possibility of having 250-win seasons, making the playoffs? Like,
the roster's better.
All I'm saying is it takes a lot for you to win a championship. You can have the best roster and still lose.
I know, it's 5 seasons.
It's 5 seasons, dog.
Nah, I'm gonna keep Tibbs for that last year, even if he loses to.
There is no last year. It's 3 more years after this.
Nah, I'm gonna give him one and then move him up to the front office. 3 more years it is. Yeah, I'll take the ride.
Yeah, man.
I'll take the ride. Because at this point, what he's giving us, at some point, something's got to give, and we're going to end up winning.
Yeah. All right. Hey, man, that's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and fix me something to eat, bro. Cowboy Bob, what you ate today, bro?
Me? I just had, basically, I had a mozzarella. I had like a veggie wrap, but it had like mozzarella cheese. That was the only thing that was non-vegan. It was pretty dope. Spinach, peppers, onions.
Bro, I messed around and had some cheese today, some dairy cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And my stomach was y'all remember that song Percolator? It's time for Percolator. It's time for Percolator. It's time. Boop, 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 boop. That was my stomach, bro.
Wow.
I could not mess around with animal, bro. I can't.
Nah.
So I had some, and and it was innocent, harmless. Right. I'm like, yo, yeah, man, blah, blah. Fritz, bro. The sounds my stomach was making was unorthodox, bro. like you legit, like, why you like my stomach was like boing yoing yoing. Yo, you like your stomach is like boing yoing yoing. What's going on? Yeah, I gotta stay off that stuff, bro.
Right,
we gotta get healthy, bro. Get in that gym, Cowboy Bob. Cowboy Bob, get off them cigarettes, get off that coffee, and get on a treadmill, bro.
I will.
Pronto.
I will.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hey, everybody, thank y'all for coming through, hanging out.
Go New York,
I'm
go
gonna
New York, go.
I'm gonna get out of here. It was good to see Cowboy Bob. Fritz Alcindor, thank you for coming through and saying Kristaps Porzingis is the GOAT.
We're gonna get this, Fritz. We know we're gonna get killed for this, Fritz.
We joking, bro.
I know.
We just got.
Man, I wish I could just be a total like positive person. But I just can't.
Right. Yeah. Well, the Knicks play tomorrow or today at 6:00. Everybody, we're gonna get out of here. Peace.
Be safe, guys.